Last week we took you through our town of Soldotna, the place that we've called home for the past 2 years. But this week marks the beginning of a big change. We are starting the moving process. Today we're headed out and we're going to clean out the chicken coop for the last time. We're going to start clearing out the freezers and we're going to go over our plans for moving some of our belongings. There's a lot to do, so let's get started.
My boats are nice.
Mm-hmm.
I have the fish.
Uh-oh. There we go.
This ice.
Frozen ground, huh?
Yeah, this icy.
Is it icy?
Yeah, this. Oh, this better.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
We go get him some food? All right. You want a pour?
Ooh.
Good job.
That's you.
I see you. All right, you ready?
I saw you.
You see me in there? Let me see. Show me. You're funny. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, you letting it go through the hole? Uh-oh, it's getting everywhere. Good job.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do it again?
Yeah, that's not cute.
In your shovel?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's take the last one.
In there.
Okay.
So.
All right. All right, you got them lots of food?
Yeah.
There we go. You think that'll make them happy?
And then the feather. Right, nice adult.
There you go.
There. Right there.
Are they happy to be out?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's nice out today, huh? It's a little bit warmer. What's up, chickens? What's going on? All right, let's go see if we find any eggs, huh? They've been laying in here. Oh, I don't see no eggs in there, do you? That's okay. Harrison tends to like to come out with me. He likes to get the chicken eggs and he likes to feed them. But there wasn't any chicken eggs this morning. We usually grab them in the afternoon after I get home from work. But because we're cleaning out the chicken coop for the last time, it's morning time. And so I wanted to get out here and get started and start cleaning all this out because there's a lot of nasty in there. Chickens are kind of dirty and stinky, but they produce obviously wonderful, delicious eggs if you like eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning out the top here and putting it down for the compost section. Oh, we got some eggs finally, huh? End up getting an egg. Hopefully the person who's buying this property is actually going to enjoy this compost chicken coop, even though we never actually got to use it ourselves because we're moving before we even get started. Again, this move is going to be a big change for us, but it's going to be a wonderful change. It's something that I've been wanting to do, and it's a good opportunity for both me and my wife to be able to do this. Now, originally we had wanted to build our own, but with having new and young children, it just doesn't make sense for us to have to start from complete scratch. So we're kind of starting halfway, right? Halfway there, 1 bedroom, 2 bath. We're going to need to add on rooms for our babies. And that's just going to be our future projects. And we hope you join us and enjoy that. All right, well, we got them mostly cleaned out. They seem to be interested already in what's going to happen. We're going to go grab the hay real quick and start filling this up, and they'll start pushing it around for me. I like this part. This is the easy part. All right, well, it may look like a bird's nest in there, but they're going to like that. We got them fed. I just need to grab their water. All right, well, we have these chickens all set up now. The fresh hay smells so much better than that old stuff, of course. But they are already having a blast moving it around. I kind of just roughly throw it in there. As you know, hay comes in stacks with stacks, so I kind of let them just kind of break it up themselves. And they're having a good time doing that. And they'll get in there and make their own nests. One of the things I've been kind of neglecting is cleaning off their fake eggs. So I know some of you saw when I was looking for chicken eggs, they're like, there's tons of chicken eggs in there. But yeah, I've been neglecting their fake eggs a little bit, and they're a little dirty. Chickens are dirty. That's one thing they don't tell you. Yes, it's wonderful, in my opinion, to have chickens for all the food that they can provide, whether or not it's meat birds or chicken eggs, which are extremely healthy for you as long as you can tolerate them. But one thing they don't mention, like I was saying, is the fact that they are very, very dirty animals. But as long as you keep them clean, they will stay clean. Are you having fun? Look at you. Clucking around there. They'll make their own nests out of everything and peck around for a while, have a good time. Like they're already starting to make their own nest in there. Look at that. Getting ready to lay one, huh? Just went in the new hole. Getting ready to lay it. There you are, making your little nest. You making your nest? Mrs. Brown right there making her own nest. Like I was saying, they kind of make their own nest over time. And they enjoy this process more than I do. So roughly throw stuff in there and let them go to town on it. That's what I'm doing. So being that we only moved here about 2 years ago, these shelter logics here, I'm going to go ahead and take with us. So we have this one here on the right hand side of the house here that I set up here when we first got here. And then on this side of the house, we have that one that I set up here just before winter. So sadly, it didn't even last but one winter before I'm gonna have to take it down. It's gonna be a long process. I'll start showing more of that next week. But we have that, and then also we have our shed that's outside, and that shed is also coming with us too as part of this whole deal. As far as when selling this house, I ended up selling this house for just about break even for what I got it. Reason being is because I wanted it to go through very smooth and very quickly, because the people who were interested were cash buyers moving from another state, and that's what they had. And it's going to work out pretty good because of that. It's a very smooth transition for us. In fact, the only thing that's holding us up from moving faster is actually us. But we have, Mama's pregnant and a bunch of little babies running around that we're going to try to get moved over and have this transition work out very smoothly for us. This house that we're moving to is going to be a dream house. And I'm sorry if I'm hyping y'all up too much and not showing you yet. It's one of those things. I don't want to show you and then something happen and it not go through. So we're just taking our time to show you. But don't worry, that'll be about 2 videos from now. We'll be moved in and getting ready to show you everything that we're going to be starting up here. And so the other thing we're going to be taking here is this shed here. Now, this shed did not come with this house. We ended up buying this separately in order to have storage. Now, what I'm going to end up doing is turn this into mostly fishing, hunting, and storage for gasoline tanks and propane tanks and such. Just to keep them out of the weather. And I'll also keep it for anything else we need, like tools and such. But it's not a bad storage shed. Now, it's going to cost us a little bit to get it moved, but it's well worth it based off of how much we paid for this shed. So it'll definitely be coming with us in the move. There's already a good spot out there for it. And so I'm actually kind of glad that we're taking it just for instant storage, other than what's going to be in the garage.
Oh, you're a good girl. Look at you. You're getting so fluffy. Summer's almost here. We're going to have to shave you down, huh? It's getting warmer.
So another thing we're going to have to move is this dog shelter here. So this Lucky Dog shelter here, we mostly used it as just like a temporary chicken shelter for raising the chickens. Mocha really never used it. It was always available to her in case it started raining when she was outside, so that way she could go in here and hide from the rain if she needed it. So it makes a really great temporary chicken coop. And we will end up using this at the new place because we really won't have anything set up for the chickens until I get one built. So this will be the temporary chicken coop, so we're going to have to worry about moving this to the new place whenever that time comes. All right, well, I got the wooden eggs cleaned here. We're going to go ahead and put these up in here too. As you can see, they make quick work of this. They've already knocked it down quite a bit, and they're spreading it out quite a bit. Oh, look at here. We got another real egg. Somebody laid. Thank you, chickens. I think they're pretty happy, huh? Yeah. Well, they've got all the hay laid out already. All right, well, we're done out here with the chickens and all that. I'm going to go head inside and we're going to go see what Jillian's up to. I think she said she was going to start on the freezers today.
While Blake's been outside working on the chicken coop, I've been in the garage here trying to go through one of our freezers. Now, this is our biggest freezer that we have. And just going through, looking for freezer burnt food or food that we haven't touched in a while. Most of it's like leftover foods that we bag up and save. Now, 2 years sounds like a long time for stuff to be in the freezer, but over those 2 years, we've changed how we eat. We're mainly eating chicken and steak, not so much ground beef and pork. So just kind of going through, looking for stuff that we can either feed to the chickens that's old, or if it's newer, just go ahead and make ourselves while we're moving. I'm going to be cooking up a lot of meals to get ready for moving and trying to help clean out the freezer. So it's a little time consuming, but just kind of going through and seeing what we got. So this morning I spent some time getting some sourdough starter kit packets together. With moving, I just wanted to make sure I had a bunch made. So spent some time this morning doing that. I really enjoy putting everything together for these packets. It takes a little time and you have to have certain supplies. So I want to make sure I had enough together before we move. That way, if we have any orders come in while we're moving, I'll still be able to ship everything out pretty fast. So on top of getting ready to move and pack up the house, Miss Blakely had a growth spurt. So I spent most of the afternoon here packing up her clothes. She just turned 1, but she just outgrew her 3 to 6 month shirts and her 6 to 9 month pants. So I'm just finishing up packing here all of her clothes from her closet. Just less stuff I have to do later when we get to the new house. I wanted her closet to be ready to go for when we pack and not have to do this on top of everything else when we get to the new house. So this box is good to go and that project's done. So I'm glad about that, kind of off my mind because we have enough to do as it is just to get out of here.
So on top of clearing out the chicken coop and Jillian going through the freezers here, one of the other things we ended up getting ready was our PFD stuff. So every year we have to send in PFD online, but whenever we're filling out the PFD for a new child, you have to send in their birth certificate. So we got Blakely's birth certificate in here, so we're going to send that one off. That way she can apply for the PFD. Now, if you don't know what the PFD is, it's oil rights money that they give back to the population every year. And that usually will change based off of how well they do during that previous year and how much they decide to allocate for school systems and the homeless. So the highest that I've seen it is actually like $3,500 for the year. And then the lowest I've seen it was $1,300 since we've been here. Now, I don't know the ranges from the past because I didn't pay attention to that.
So last year when we received it, it was $1,700. So it just changes every year, but it is nice to have, you know, just a little extra.
A little bit extra money that comes back to us from all the oil business that actually goes on here. So, you know, it's one thing that's different here in Alaska is that the state actually owns all the oil rights. Like, for example, in Texas and other states in the lower 48, the actual individual will own the oil rights underneath their ground as long as they've owned it in the previous years. And then the other thing that we have coming up here, just as everybody else does too, is taxes. So we got tax season coming up here. We got to get that filed. So we got a lot of stuff going on. It seems like we always kind of get everything going all at once.
It seems like there's nothing and then it's all at one time. We actually move in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So these next 2 weeks are going to be crazy. Blake and I have never moved with this many kiddos. When we moved here, Harrison was only about 7 months. And then we moved into this house. Harrison was about 1.5 years. He was still taking naps. Moving was a little bit easier and we didn't have a lot of stuff. And then a lot of our stuff was shipped up from the lower 48. So it's a lot different now when we're moving with a 3-year-old, a 1-year-old, and then I'm also 6 months pregnant. So it's a little crazy, I think. Don't you think?
Oh yeah, it's definitely
just a little bit. But we're gonna do it. But I just wanted to say it is hard when you don't have family here to help watch the kids. We're starting to pack a little bit.
It's been really hard, definitely trying to get through things.
Yeah.
Just because we got a little talker right here. She likes to talk.
And she started crawling and she's into everything. She likes to help take stuff out of boxes. And Harrison, he helps me too. He's a really good helper. But you know, with kids, it's time consuming. So with 2 weeks, we're kind of cutting it close because Blake's still working full time. And I'm home with the kids trying to keep them entertained and pack. So it is a challenge when you don't have help packing or have help watching the kids. But we are very happy though because it should be a little bit easier to move stuff in our trailer because it's been so warm out that all the snow is pretty much melted.
Yeah, the only thing we really have to worry about is ice. So
yeah, and the ice actually is already melting too. So it's gonna be a lot easier for us to actually pull the trailer and, you know, take stuff out without having to worry about all the snow and slipping as much. So really glad it's been a warm winter, even though we do miss the snow and being outside and playing in the snow. So it's kind of a love-hate relationship this winter.
Yeah, it really is. Another thing chicken related that doesn't have to do with me cleaning out the chickens is I actually went to the feed store and ordered some more hen layers. I just want to have enough hen layers to give us plenty of eggs. And I know that like after about 2-3 years, these hens usually stop laying. And so I just wanted to make sure that I have enough to replenish those that are going to end up stopping. There shouldn't be but maybe 1 or 2 of the original chickens still left. But then the other ones are getting to their year point, and so they lay a little less. So I just want to have new chickens to keep things going and keep some fresh eggs in the house.
So are these new chickens for the new house, my housewarming present?
Yes, they're your housewarming present.
Yeah, awesome. I'll take it.
The house is the housewarming present.
I know, but adding animals, You know, I do
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, we'll have to show you guys when we pick them up from the feed store. But
Well, it's nice to have fresh chicken eggs, mainly when they're almost priced at 70 cents to $1, depending on where you go now.
yeah.
So it's kind of crazy.
So yeah, not a bad deal. Now, chickens are not always cheap to keep, but we enjoy it, and it's been a good experience for the kids.
Yeah, they're a lot cheaper than the price of eggs right now, for sure.
Yeah.
So next week, you're going to see us. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start taking all the stuff off the walls. We're going to be filling in holes, and we're going to be getting this house ready to move. We have 2 more weeks till we're actually moving into the new house, and we can't wait to show you, and we're real excited about it. But there's a lot of work that has to be done. And so,
Yeah, so we hope you come along with us as we start taking stuff down
yeah.
and moving stuff into the shop before we close.
Yeah, we know this was a little bit of a shorter video, but we're glad you stuck around, and we hope to see you next week. Thanks for watching. Good Living Alaska. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Today and not tomorrow.